Crypto and Wall Street are pumping on the news. Everyone's getting wasted for Cinco de Mayo. Pepe rips into the hearts of the ACLU as it reaches new all-time highs. And El Salvador looks like the place to go as time moves on. Let's get it. This is the blockchain basement.
Bum, 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 bum. You ready for this? I'm ready. Welcome.
If you're gonna screw me, at least pull my hair.
Hell yeah. What you got?
They could start chopping off fingers. They're like, give me your seed phrase, but I don't know it.
Out to give the numbers out. And I was like, no, hang up the phone right now.
Or like when it dropped in 2020, was it like exciting?
400,000 to 600,000. The generational signals are now.
Level. So I don't even know if we're gonna get back below there. But if we do, that's kind of where we.
Hello and welcome to the blockchain basement. We are joined by these fine gentlemen today. Crypto Taco over here, degenning out to the extreme.
Oh yeah.
And DZ, Top D. Great to have these fellows in here. Taco, what are you doing down there? Please explain to the fine folks at home, those responsible, level-headed people, what you're involved with right now, if you may.
All right, yeah. So while Drew was working very hard, getting the stream ready, getting his intro ready, I was gambling, baby. I was on stake. I just made $150. It was a hot shoe. I accidentally misclicked a $40 bet, and I got blackjack. So, and then I won the next 5 hands in a row. So, check out stake.us, and then maybe use BitBoy's link. Maybe get yourself a few extra coins there.
And you're also leverage trading. Are you in a leverage trade right now?
Well, I purchased some Pepe on the Algorand network. Only paid pennies in a gas fee. It's already up a little bit.
So you got some Algorand Pepe.
Yeah, some Algo
That's an
Pepe.
interesting mix. So Hillary coin with Pepe. So would they combine and make a cataclysmic, maybe team duo potentially is what that could be?
Oh.
Okay. Well, I feel bad for Algorand lately. I don't know. Valuation compared to Bitcoin is not that preferable, and I'm pretty happy that I'm insulated to mostly Bitcoin so far. But obviously, I did not have the inclination to throw a bunch of money at Pepe, even though I love the meme. I've had the stickers for years. I've been kicked off job sites over Pepe stickers, in fact. So It's great to see.
Crazy, man. That is so crazy.
No, it is. It is like, and it was a tiny little sticker on our phone that we would take calls in on, and site boss saw it, and it was against company policy because we were in Boulder County, otherwise known as the next San Francisco. And yeah, so they didn't take kindly to that, but hope you guys are doing good. Let's check out the attic. First, we got Dr. Trist, MD. TJ is my hero. Crypto Stevo, Joan Foster Crypto, Crypto Shark, a lot of Crypto Servando, Estrada. Nice, nice. And down in the basement, who we got? Razmataz, excellent meme work, sir. Excellent imagery you're sending us. Manawak, appreciate you. Saw Manawak at the meetup, and he had a great gift for me. So very much appreciate you, good sir. And yeah, it's just been cool to meet everyone in the Bit Squad, you know, as you guys come in, spend time with us down in the basement. It's really cool to kind of build those connections and get your stories on crypto, what you're all about. Because that's what it's all about, man, building a community. And we got, you know, obviously today we're seeing a little bit of price action. You know, I've been kind of scalping with longs this morning, having some success. Still in a long currently. Taco, did you say Crypto Face is long right now too?
Yes, sir. He is in a long. He is in at 28,800.
That's a hot take. That's a hot take. I always feel good when I wake up and make my own choices in trading, and then I see Crypto Face being already in the same suit.
Yeah, there's not many things that make me more bullish than like seeing that I got in the same trade as him.
Yeah, totally.
Because you know, when you follow him, you're like, I'm late. You know what I mean? But like when you see like 2 hours later, like, oh, he also jumped in a long or a short.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty good there.
Yep, it's just a little bit of confirmation, you know, and obviously we don't look for too much confirmational bias in today's day and age because you can pretty much look anywhere and you have those things confirmed for you if you're looking hard enough. But yeah, I mean, you know, right now it's kind of an interesting point. I did want to note, it looks like Pac West gained 80% this morning. That bank that was at major insolvency risk yesterday and the day before, they're up by 85%. So, you know, it looks like risk assets are just kind of buying the dip, and people kind of degenerating out more and more as the worries about inflation and all those other kind of macro talking points wear thin, and really doesn't mean much to, you know, the day-to-day person or even traders at this point, because we just are not leaving the casino, apparently. That's kind of what it feels like.
Speaking of casino, I did put mine up. Anyone wants to help. But let me say this. When it comes to Pepe, all right, I also feel bad. I didn't jump in. I saw it earlier. I'm deep in crypto Twitter, and you know, yeah, it popped up on my timeline pretty early. Same thing with Taco.
Mm-hmm.
Here is my copium. I'm injecting it right in my veins. Every 4 hours, I'm doing this. I would have sold. I would have sold. Yeah. I would have seen that little pump. I maybe would have panic sold during the dip. I would have sold some. So, you know, for me, something like that, I would have jumped out immediately, not knowing anything about the tokenomics, not knowing anything about the roadmap. I would have sold. I would not have rode it all the way. I would not be diamond handing. So I don't want to tell myself I missed out on the 10X. I missed out on selling a 2X of something short.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's a great take, man. I saw Dusty BC Crypto actually said something really similar. He's like, you know, very few people would have ridden these extreme new all-time highs from these brand new tokens all the way up to where they're at right now. It just simply wouldn't have happened. But, you know, it's a thing that, I mean, it's hard to, all we can do is cope, really. You know, all we can do is
Blazing 2JZ. I did get my Mina rewards. I get them about every 2 weeks. So I get them on like the 1st and the 15th. So I've been stacking Mina.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Mina is somewhere around $60 right now, isn't it?
60 cents.
Maybe
60 cents.
Let's take a look here. Because
maybe
I know
around
we've been
65. Wait, yeah, let's.
It's a good rhyme. Okay, good one. Once was a trader named Easy, whose love for NFTs made him quite queasy. He bought and he sold, and his wallet grew bold, but his obsessions left his friends feeling. Sorry, uneasy. Uneasy. I've ruined it.
That's pretty good.
That was still pretty good, man. Shout out to you. That was pretty amazing. Yeah, I mean,
John, put that in my intro.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm looking at, you know, I had some Mina, and I sold it when I had like, you know, 15, 20% gains on it. I decided to take some trips, you know, buy some goods, make sure the wife's happy, all that good stuff. So, you know, I'm kind of, I mean, I'm leverage trading just very slightly. I'm trying to turn $50 into something hot for me. It's a battle. It's a battle. If you think about it, you only need to double up from $50 like 13 or 14 times to get to $1.5 million. So, you know, me and VJ were talking about that, and we're just like, maybe we make it happen with a small amount of money, you know. But God, Ethereum is looking sick. I got to kind of pull up this graph here. Let me see here. What is that?
Yeah, there's a lot of Ethereum being burned with the high gas fees. So I saw someone's like, no one cares about ETH burn. No one cares about the gas. No one cares about, you know, the narrative that ETH is deflationary. No one cares. I think people will care. I think people will latch onto that as some sort of bullish narrative.
Oh, yeah.
And as we head, this is a taste of things to come 2 years from now.
Yeah.
We're going to see, you know, huge influx of volumes. We're going to see massive, you know, gas fees of $200, and you're going to see massive amounts of Ethereum just being burned and disappearing from the system forever. It's not going to be some huge thing on the price, but it will be a bullish narrative. So to me, it's pretty cool. Looks like we've lost 37,000 ETH. I do know this. Like in 1 week, we did 20% of the burn over 3 months.
Yep.
So like we're burning a lot more than normally would be.
Absolutely. God, Ethereum is just on a tear today too. Let's pull this
Probably
up.
everyone's trying to market buy so they can buy Pepe.
And I see TJ is my here. I see your comment, Drew Unmarshall. I have got to look into it. Never heard of it before, but I will look into it and see what I think about it for sure. So actually, that's not even the right. Let's see here. Second lap. This isn't even pulling up my computer right now. This is chaos. Well, that's not fun. Basically, Ethereum is punching. It's had a 5% day, almost 6% day, right below $2,000. And I mean, I still hold some Ethereum that I got way back at the beginning of the bull cycle, in 2020 for like $200. I just didn't feel like waking that bag up for all these meme coins. Really, I'm kind of trying to sit on it until it fully matures into the next bull market. I see a lot of these meme coin pumps happening, and you know, really, you know, I can't catch them all. I got
the next one for you, Drew. Don't worry. It's not out yet. We're still a few days away. I will share it with the basement.
Okay.
I'll share it with you. We're all going to try to get rich together off the next big. Okay. I know a team working on something. It's there's a big Disney IP that ran out, and they're using this as their branding, and it could pop. I don't know. It has a cool name, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I will let you guys know.
You will let us know.
Yes, I'll tweet about it.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's hard to navigate these things. I mean, like Ben has great points, you know, like it drove the point home that I knew about Pepe was a really polarizing meme that had, you know, good potential. I looked at Pepe meme coins and Pepe NFTs and all that stuff when they first came out. So, you know, it's something that I was cognizant of. It's just, you know, I can't get involved with everything. And honestly, I've been trying to focus a lot. I'm trying to build out my infrastructure of my home, while, you know, kind of trying to work on some new content for myself and, you know, stay up to speed with like macroeconomics, but I don't really feel like macro is really a thing anymore. I feel like we're fully back on to the feeling that we had in 2020, where it's like they've told you that the economy's shutting down, that you're not going to be going outside, but then you saw markets just start absolutely pumping. And my dad at the time, he called it like animal spirits had returned to the market. It was a saying from the 1920s Great Depression, or kind of that time frame leading up to the Great Depression, where, you know, stocks and risk assets actually went parabolic for a period of time before collapsing. It kind of feels a little bit similar, and I don't think that, you know, we're going to collapse to zero and zombies are going to eat our dogs or anything like that, but there will probably be a little bit of a step back or a cool off period. I feel like that the US will have to kind of endure, which is unfortunate. But, you know, in me and DZ's discussion, it was about maybe 2 months ago, we were talking about the US versus China. And now, since I've watched the situation, I'm actually starting to lean towards DZ's opinion, because at the time frame I had built in, you know, we had this, you know, super strong military and all these things going for us here in the United States, and there's no way we can let go of the reins, blah, blah, blah. Kind of stepping back after listening to DZ, as counter opinion, and looking back, I really kind of feel like it feels like this is a purposeful displacement of American power and a spreading of that power to other nations. It kind of seems like we're self-sabotaging ourselves. Personally, is kind of what I'm taking from this situation in the U.S. I don't know how you guys feel. You know, I mean, will we actually be a contender on the world stage vying for this dominance in the next 10 years, do you guys think? Or are we just kind of on our way out and watching Russia and China take over?
No, we will. And there's one bullish scenario I kind of want to play out. I think I maybe said it on here before, is authoritarian regimes typically don't survive or flourish. So we've seen some rumblings of this out of China with Jack Ma, CEO of Alibaba.
Right.
They essentially kidnapped him. He came out, it was almost like he came out of a brainwashing camp. I think a lot of tech founders in China see that. I think a lot of people, you know, don't want to maybe put their head out of the sand or, you know, stick their hand through the portal there because they might come back with a nub. And so we're going to have less entrepreneurial spirit coming out of China, I think, long term, because of what happened to Jack Ma and other billionaires over there. Maybe that's ends up being, you know, I don't want to say their demise, but maybe that prevents them from reaching heights that they could.
Gotcha.
The authoritarianism.
Okay.
Freedom will survive.
And I do hold on to, because you had mentioned that before, and I do hold on to that in the back of my head. It just
Tech makes it so easy. Is that what you're thinking?
Well,
like the tools are being created where authoritarianism could flourish.
That's it. That's in my mind. Like I don't have much faith in you know, not only the steadfastness of what
gotta have faith.
Yeah, I know I do, but people just seem so soft and so easily coerced into
soy boy mentality.
Yeah, you know, we're a much different country than we were in 1700s. And not to mention, we had a foreign country actually help us. France helped us with materials and logistics and the actual implementation of gathering that freedom back. So, you know, I'm trying to weigh all the options, but I mean, it's just not feeling like we're standing on this beacon of power right now. And we saw El Salvador make that move to actually do away with taxes on technological innovation type gains. Pretty interesting take that I saw. That was Bukele, right? The president of El Salvador. He's been really, really against the grain. And I don't know, I'm starting to kind of think about, you know, maybe a few years from now, if we keep on this track, I might be looking at El Salvador, might be looking at Estonia, might be looking at Luxembourg. I can get to Luxembourg through my family background. So yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's not feeling great right now. That's why I'm always looking for, you know, these next big, movers in the market. Basically, I follow this guy. Hopefully this pulls up. Yeah, there you go. Dusty BC Crypto. He's awesome. He's going to be on ATV later this month, and I follow his takes all the time. He's followed him for years. He's pretty cool. He's extremely bullish on this Pepe.
I was talking about both of those yesterday.
I know you were. That's why I wanted to bring this up. He's also bullish on Pepe and FOMC. Made 100% gains in the last couple of days. Just keep buying more meme coins is what he's doing. Definitely an interesting take. Kind of, you know, these feel like you have the FOMC coin, you have the Gensler coin. These are feeling more like hard-sided financial protest against systems, financial systems. And if I'm looking from a bird's eye, 1,000-foot view, I mean, this feels like people are just moving counter to the basic narrative, making joke meme coins about the Federal Reserve meetings or joke meme coins about the Securities and Exchange Commission chair, Gary Gensler, kind of in a spit in the face. And I'm here for it. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. So I kind of opened my eyes up to the potential utility that we're seeing with these meme coins. Always utility driven. There's got to be a reason to exist. And I mean, if I step back and look at the whole situation, kind of what it feels like to me. You know what I mean?
Here's what I would say about meme coins. Is what I kind of said to Tim. Sure, it's irresponsible. Sure, it's foolhardy and stupid, and you're an idiot if you do it right. That's kind of the, you know, no, I'm a safe investor. You know, no significant portion is Bitcoin and ETH. I'm not, you know, people complain, oh, I've lost 80% of the value. I've only lost 40% of the value. You can be one of those people, and that's fine. But if you're watching this right now, you probably are pretty close to eating, sleeping, and breathing crypto if you're not there already. And if you are in that case, if you are in that situation, you can see these Pepos, these FOMCs, these Pepes, all these other meme coins. you're not the guy that's at the insurance, business that's like, oh yeah, my neighbor said buy Doge, so I bought it on Robinhood at 50 cents.
Yeah.
You're not that guy.
Yeah.
You're the guy that heard about Doge under a penny. And you know what? You didn't pull the trigger. So if you're sleeping, eating, and breathing crypto and you're hearing about these meme coins, maybe tell yourself, you know what? I heard about this kind of early. Let me just look, what money am I okay losing? Maybe throw in some small little bags, if you are, if you have your ear to the streets,
that is. Dude, I love it. A lot of people like that, it just, I'm also kind of, feeling, I'm trying to go from basically $50 to, whatever on leverage trading. And yeah, I mean, it's chaotic. I'm willing to lose the whole $50 in the move to attempt to try to achieve that. But I mean, it seems worth it to me. And you have a lot of people, like good traders that you can kind of confluence, make your own calls. Like I'll decide.
What do y'all think of this theory I've had on Pepe? Pepe had a huge run up, and Pepe's on centralized exchanges as of today: Binance, KuCoin, Crypto.com, right? What are they? All right, so you are Binance, and you are about to list Pepe to your customers tomorrow. What do you have to do? Well, what do you have to do?
You have to buy it.
You have to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you have a target of, let's just throw out a round number, 1 billion tokens, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just bought your billionth token. You're 8 hours away. What do? Stop buying.
Mm-hmm.
What if these exchanges have been all this buying pressure? And sure, yeah, you bought $30. Yay, you moved the needle. Not, idiot. These people are buying $30 million bags, $50 million bags. You're seeing all these, some whale wallet just for $1.7 million worth. A lot of this is probably the exchanges. Maybe more exchanges come, maybe Coinbase comes in, maybe Robinhood comes in, but I'm going to say the music will stop for the centralized exchanges. Someone buying it off Robinhood probably doesn't move the price as much as Robinhood buying it off decentralized exchanges for you to buy it off of Robinhood.
Yeah.
My 2 cents there.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, Coinbase and Robinhood could end up, vacuuming up entire order books.
Mm-hmm.
So until they say we're listing it, I wouldn't say there's no more pressure from centralized exchanges. But I am going to say centralized exchange buying pressure will stop.
Yeah, it's got to stop somewhere. I mean, these things always slow down at a point, and it's always like, if you miss out on something, then you're seeing it all over the news. You're kind of stuck in that rock and a hard place. Like, it looks like it had topped out maybe 3 or 4 days ago or something like that, held off, you know what I mean? And it just kept freaking mooning. So, I don't kick myself in the butt for not moving into it because, you can't catch them all. And what's paid me in the past is just being really stubborn and waiting around time frames. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I've been operating only off the 4-year cycle while I've been in crypto, and it's been well. It seems like it's still kind of the process. And really what I feel like we're seeing here, if we don't break that back down to 20K, I know that, DZ and I kind of share this sentiment that we have a strong potential for diminished returns. But if we are able to hold a strong baseline floor and build up to 40K by the end of this year, start of 2024, this thing might hit 250K. Per Bitcoin, and who knows what'll happen to Ethereum. So I know it's a super high shot, but what's that?
I don't know what you're laughing at,
the
but
$100,000 Pepe. We won't ever hit a penny.
I was gonna say Casino Doggy. It's not on Binance yet. It's gonna be on in 20 minutes, so that'll be an interesting
20 minutes
handle, and probably at 2 p.m.
Okay. And which you said Dex tools for? Would you like?
I like Dex Screener.
Dex Screener.
I'm expecting whales to dump on Binance and pull it into a Pepe Bitcoin trading.
I mean, it's crazy. Just in the last 15 seconds, a 24 ETH sale, 11 ETH sale,
really?
17 ETH, 23, 47 ETH sale. But then on the other side of it, 20 ETH buy, 5 ETH buy, 10 ETH buy, 8 ETH buy. So it could be a lot of people.
But then it runs out. And I'm looking at the same thing. There's a lot of 10s and 20s in the red and a 40. There's a small amount of single digit, double digit green.
Yeah.
Buys.
But what is
sells and buys?
If you can bring up Dex Screener.
We're just looking at a snapshot though.
I'm on the Pepe wrapped ETH.
Yeah.
On Uniswap here.
And then on the right hand side, it shows, the buys versus sells. There's over 2x more buys than sells. Mm-hmm. There's more buy volume, just very slightly. But when you go to buyers to sellers, it's 2x. There's more. There's 12,000 buyers, only 5,000 sellers.
Jesus, this thing.
And it went from...
that might be the correction it needed right there.
When I looked a week and a half ago, I think it had like 20,000 holders. And then I looked the other day, it was 80,000 holders. Now there's over 100,000 holders. So, I mean, this thing is really, really just going worldwide right now.
Look at the pent up angst that calling a picture of a frog, you know, I don't even want to say the word, and an angry symbol that offends super wokies. Just looking at the parabolic nature of people grasping on to the counter side of pop culture, and this Pepe coin being one of them, is lovely to see. I don't know, like, I'm feeling like Wojak. I was thinking back to like all the memes that were big during flu season. Wojak was one of them. The NPC meme was one of them. Loki Inu, that was another big one.
Baby Elon Doge Mars.
Yes. Yes. I mean, these are just the healthy things for society I love seeing. And God, I mean, this thing it's still tempting me. I don't know though. I could cut up some ETH, some old ETH and get into it.
Got any Algorand?
I do not. Do you know why?
Because AJ like punched you or something?
No, it's
Clinton's.
Al-Ghazi.
Al-Ghazi.
Yeah. Hillary Clinton is a partner of Algorand for climate. What is it? Climate. Like, what do you call where they act like the climate's going to end and they need to gather all of your money so that you can save the climate with your money you're paying them? What is that?
Effective altruism.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
It doesn't have to be climate. Maybe I'm talking about something else. But yeah, the Clinton Foundation has teamed up with the Algorand Foundation, and then he was referring to Benghazi, where we had to empty a embassy pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Some say they weren't given the mechanisms to succeed.
Basically left to die. Basically.
I don't know all the facts about Benghazi, so I don't really have too strong.
The reason I brought up Algo is because you can actually trade these like
really
5, 10, 20% moves without breaking the bank with gas. Like a 0.1 Algo.
Now, ADA, someone brought up ADA. Are we going to talk about Hydra today?
Hydra mainnet did roll out today, and yeah, I do have just a side note on that. You know,
there's a ADA meme coin.
There's an ADA meme coin. This is the one that I've been thinking about, isn't it?
I bought in and I sold my initial, and I'm just kind of riding the rest. Full disclosure, I only put in, I think, $130 something. It was 500 ADA, whatever that is. I don't know how much that is. So I didn't put in some gigantic bag. I put in less than $200, and it kind of rode up. I pulled out 600 ADA, and I'm just having fun with the rest.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to start looking. ADA, it's been really even keel.
Oh, the coin SNEK. SNEK.
SNEK.
Hey, if you want a video on how to buy it, check out NFT Alpha.
Oh,
the second video.
Full circle. Yeah.
Okay.
We just did NFT Alpha.
I literally didn't even know you did that, so I'm glad that you said that on it. I'm gonna go watch your video and make sure I do it the right way, because yeah, I mean, buying these kind of, you know, low cap meme coins is a very specific process. Definitely be careful, because I've seen on Twitter there's just tons of scam airdrop links that you can click into that'll drain your account. So please be careful when you're looking at these different things.
And on that note,
hold on.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, the Deadwood. If you Google image Pepe, it gives really dark references within a few. That's by choice by Google. They heavily censor and use manipulation tactics with their front page results for high trending topics. I'm not going to get into that because I don't want. Maybe I'll say some things, but that's probably Googled enough to get on the radar of the Ethics and Safety Commission, whatever they got going on at Google. And there's certain things that it's definitely doctored results. I'll go ahead and say it. Probably shouldn't. I'm going to say it because it's the basement. I would not say this on ATB. I would not say this on NFT Alpha. I wouldn't say it on the morning stream. I tried to Google conspiracy theories Alex Jones got correct, and I couldn't find a single thing on Google. Went to DuckDuckGo, page after page, example after example, article after article. In fact, when I went on Google, though, it was the exact opposite. It showed me a bunch of opinion articles on how he got nothing correct.
Yeah.
And so there's certain topics where it is just lies.
Yeah.
And to me, when I hear that, if you Google image that and it turns very dark very quickly, almost like they want to manipulate the masses into thinking it's something dark. It
100%.
really isn't. It's just a stupid cartoon frog.
Dude, Alex Jones and Tucker Carlson had something crazy happen to them yesterday. There was an implementation. Well, I think this is not the first, but a scammer used an AI generated sound of Tucker Carlson's voice saying a scripted dialogue, calling Alex Jones and kind of like basically making like sexual references of all the stuff that Tucker wanted to do to Alex. Now Alex wants to go after the guy for legal purposes. And this is the dangers that I think Nick and me were kind of feeling wonky about the spoofing, the deep faking, the spoofing, the things you can do.
Well, it would be used to protect the people, not hurt the people. It's just going to take a year or two.
Yeah.
So eventually, yeah, it's like, oh, the Drake song, it hurts his sales. And oh, Tucker Carlson hurts his brand. And oh, I thought Obama, pooped on a baby's forehead. I thought it was real, Oh, it was, it was so bad. But I want you to fast forward a few years. It will be used for the opposite side. You will throw out so much bad fake stuff, they will hide your real stuff that is bad. And so it's eventually going to be used as a tool to hide bad activities, not propagate fake bad activity.
I like that hope. You always give me a little bit of dose of hope with your logic and stuff.
This is not, Neil Stevenson wrote about this in the early 90s.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I know that there's a lot of positive use cases for not only like Neuralink, if you have paraplegics that can't really move around in the world, and they can really open up their options with what they can interact with. So try not to be super fuddy about it. Give it its fair shake, because, the truth is always somewhere in the middle, it seems like. Now the banking, I know we've talked about banking collapses ad nauseum. We touched a little bit on the commercial real estate exposure that these banks have. We do have kind of like first we'll look at this list, and then we might play a little bit of banking collapse bingo, because we got some options here. So what do you think about this? I'll zoom in a little bit so we can see. These are the U.S. regional banks, mid-size, not massive banks with exposure. Was that?
I'm just mid.
Total mid.
Aiden Ross, he does that a lot. Mid.
We got Bank Ozark or OZK. Seen that one around locally, actually. Glacier.
Yeah, it's a Netflix series.
Yep.
That's Jason Bateman.
That was a great series. Did you ever get into Ozark? Like, did you guys kind of degen out on watching all the Ozarks? Because I watched them before I moved here to the South, and I was actually going to move to Fayetteville, Arkansas first. So it was kind of around the Ozarks I was getting a feel. I really miss a good series. Like, we had The Last of Us. Give us what your favorite shows are recent.
All right,
series.
what are you currently watching?
Yeah.
And your favorite, either or. Me and Kat just started yesterday, last night, Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights?
Critically acclaimed. We'll see. It's 47-hour-long episode.
Okay.
Kill some time.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm missing Last of Us. Obviously, I was on The Last of Us. That was a fantastic series. Got a little weird with Bill. They definitely changed the script of the actual game with that character Bill. That was not prescribed in the game, but our mainstream media does really, really weird, colorful, rainbow unicorn fart-filled things with our greatest memories, just like Star Wars, which has been absolutely destroyed. It is Revenge of the Fifth, but also Cinco de Mayo.
Han Solo shoots first.
Jesus. We got...
He murders.
Look at this guy. I found this guy hanging out. I put him on...
Florida, stand your ground. Sorry.
Jesus. It is Cinco de Mayo, and I put the Reaper on my tacos today, so... Why
is that skull got some brown marks on it?
It's been places. It's seen
that corn
things.
kernel.
It's done things. I have not watched Jericho Radio Face. Maybe I should get up on that. I've been suggested Jericho a few times, but
you said you put that on your tacos. Is that why my back is wet?
Yeah, it is. It really is. I was getting ready for it.
Bill was in a relationship with a man in the game. They just spent more time on it in the show, but it is accurate.
Was he really? I don't remember that. I've played that game a few times over, and I don't remember that character being involved. Who said that? I need to verify this for myself.
It's like one photo on a desk in the level. You look at it.
Yeah, I don't remember any dudes banging. So
I don't remember that in the show either, though. To be fair,
dude, that was totally in the show. So
I mean, I don't recall that in the scene. Jeez.
Here's the banks that are currently heavily exposed to commercial real estate loans, which are at potential for being required to refinance in today's loan terms rather than when they originated at, which will make them extremely expensive for these banks to keep up. But we got Valley National Bank Corp up here, Glacier Bank Corp. Now, we go down here, I think it was, here's First Financial, and there's PacWest. There's PacWest Bank Corp. So actually, PacWest only had an exposure of about $25 billion in commercial real estate. Really, the ones that are the most exposed, it looks like, are Bank OZK, Glacier, and Valley Corp. So, you know, watching these things, I don't know if this, I mean, we've seen a lot of things go under, but there's got to be a backstop put in place for, you know, these banking institutions to stay open. Don't really think that the Federal Reserve is just going to allow them to crumble into nothing, though. Yeah, but I do wonder about capital controls, like if there's going to be measures put on us to basically control our ability to pull money out of the bank in the future. We've seen a lot of complaints from the government and from banking institutions about basically short selling stocks recently. This article is from Zero Hedge, and it's just pretty interesting. The White House says it's monitoring short selling on bank stocks. Short selling ban is imminent, is what they're saying. And then we also had this. Let's see if I can find it here. So
I support short selling because it keeps markets honest.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Absolutely. If the public sentiment is not there, you shouldn't receive public positive sentiment, right? Like, you should let the people speak for how they feel about the company. If they have a good outlook, blah, blah, blah. You can't be protected just because things aren't going your way. Doesn't seem fair. You know, we have U.S. bankers urging the SEC to probe short sales, reducing abusive trading. So that's some wordsmithing there, calling it abusive trading. And yes, TJ, yes, good note. Smash the like button. Get us past the algorithmic robots and into the masses' ear holes, because they need to hear this stuff. Give us a share with your friends. Make sure you're hitting that like button. It does a world of good for us.
And tell your friends your favorite Jones conspiracy.
Dog. Honestly, like, it's hard to kind of think back and think about what he's really wrong about. I mean, we obviously haven't seen any sort of dystopian full on, you know, tyranny actual come out. But, you know, it's Jones has been pretty much on.
Is it really 226 Gwei right now?
Yeah, 233.
Oh, I moved my ape coin yesterday while I was in Mexico, because you can't do it in US. And yeah, I'm glad I went ahead and knocked that out. I restaked my ape.
This is horrible.
Yeah, during these times, I
remember these times.
I will not do Ethereum like transactions if I don't have to. Like,
it was similar to this October, November of 21. It was certainly similar to this SHIB, you know, the March, April area of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's just say I've spent over 3 ETH on gas, probably more closer to 4 at this point. So around like $8,000, $10,000 just on gas. Just to
I saw
run
the
a
other
transaction
day from from the Goblin Town. Yeah, I've spent multiple ETH in gas.
Jesus.
ETH.
Oh.
Multiple.
Yeah.
Well, Raul brought up something good. We've been doing some stuff on our channel community page. That's what you call it. So we have some, I mean, obviously.
Have y'all watched that? Anyone watched this yet?
I watched a piece of it. It's on Triggered Podcast, and the comments are lit.
It's on Rumble. Right?
Yeah, it's on Rumble.
I might try to catch it this afternoon, actually.
Yeah, this is a big interview Ben did with Trump Jr. I am super interested to see what Trump's stance on crypto is. I am super
What do you guys feel about Ben potentially announcing Trump at a Georgia rally? Would that be good for BitBoy? Would that be bad? are we really alienating that many people?
I would absolutely love it.
I think it'd be cool.
That's me, and I, it's not like we're in a situation where we're governed by a guy I obviously didn't vote for, but I don't wish harm on him.
And I haven't voted for it. This isn't some tacit endorsement of the man.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it'd actually be really positive. From what I see, we have a pretty level-headed community. Not too polarized unless it comes to Ben's tweets.
All right, well, let me counter that. How would we feel about Ben introducing Joe?
Byron?
I would die.
Joe Byron?
I would walk out.
Yeah, no, I feel like a lot of America has lost faith in Biden. The ones that did like him, they'd be an idiot if they still liked him.
I don't really think they have people that is Ben's demographic. Pull him up on stage,
Yeah, it would not be helpful.
I think it'll work out very well if that happens.
Yeah. Check this out too. We also are, let us know what types of genres of music you like trading to. We might be putting up some polls on, if you like the intro, kind of getting you guys involved with, how the show is actually put together as we grow. So, just trying to keep the people involved, keep your voices heard. That's what it's all about. We're starting to move more and more into kind of actually making our voices heard on the CBDC regulation side, ensuring that our freedoms are protected and we're allowed to trade crypto in the United States. Really just, what's that?
Foil.
I watched which Joe, fake 1, fake 2, or fake
Hey, man. Yeah. Hey, my favorite Jim Carrey movie, The Mask.
Dude.
Hey, now, little big brain.
It's not. Truman Show.
Well, I think that
he would get lost in the basement.
Get lost basement.
He would get lost in the basement.
Listen, I know that my views aren't
the kids
popular amongst everyone, but I don't like guys that talk about kids rubbing their leg hairs. That's just, I can't get along with it. I'm sorry.
Or sniffing kids, or just
kids sitting on his lap.
Very weird hand placements.
Daughter's diaries.
It's weird. Yeah. It's weird, and not to get, but speaking of weird, this is kind of weird in a good way though. Hold on. This is
not like
this
Ashley's showers.
Look at this.
I showed this to Tony this morning.
I mean, honestly, Sam's in pretty decent shape.
He is. Look at it. He's got a little bit of form.
Let's be real though. He's a little bit shorter than us three. Okay, us three we're all what 6'2" to 6'3", 6'4".
He's like 6'5", aren't you?
You're 6'4",
like 6'5", 6'6", but
you're 6'6".
Yeah.
He used to be. He's shorter now, but he used to be, guys. He used to be. We do shrink as we age.
It's true.
He's not immune to this, prepper.
Wait, go back.
And the taller you are, the more you shrink, right?
Yeah.
If you're 5'6", you're only going to shrink 1 inch. If you're
Life is not doing bad though.
2 or 3.
You got to put the sound on during that one part about 10 seconds ago.
Oh, I didn't hook up. I can't do it.
Oh, okay.
I'm running the show from here. So.
It's funny. I would recommend
Jason
watching.
Casper, I would not want to be like on his bad side in a dark alley.
He's built.
He's freaking swollen up, and he's like eating like natural beef and eggs and like non-pasteurized milk. You know what I mean?
I think it's
got
awesome.
farmer strength and gains.
Yes, man. That's what it's all about. Like I definitely like seeing influencers like Casper, because really, he kind of talks a lot about the same things I do about, having both your food covered, finding.
And he was
ways to
also
make
in
money.
a metal band.
He was.
You guys would be best friends.
No way.
Let's just
He
be
was
real.
in a metal band too.
Yes.
I'm still
he toured.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like he partied too much and then kind of like got away from the party lifestyle.
Okay. Well, I see you. Well, maybe
sovereign man,
dude. We should start a crypto metal band. Come on, Casper.
Do a message for Casper right now. We'll get someone to clip it. Come on, send him a message.
Let's
Zoom
go.
in, Drew. Send him a message.
Send me a message. Let's start a band.
You gotta say his name. He's not gonna
Jason Casper. Get over here. Let's make something happen. That would be awesome. Yeah, I'm still in music. I got a show coming up on in August in Denver. So that's pretty fun. It's always interesting trying to talk to the metal community about cryptocurrency. They're so far away from caring about cryptocurrency or retirement funds or anything like that. Like it just goes straight over people's heads. I do have a few people that got in during the COVID crash last time, and they're really well off. So it felt good. I was able to make an impact on some people's lives in that regard, but I'm trying to kind of formulate a way to bring this message to metal And you know what? One thing I know that metalheads mostly love is freedom and strength. And I want to, kind of maybe dig into the things that we need to protect ourselves from on the CBDC front. We did have Florida make that move today. Well, not Florida. It was North Carolina joined Florida today. Basically, it was slightly different about their kind of banning of CBDC usage in payments to the state. But it's nice to see these states start to get a little bit of, 10th Amendment-y on me, as the states are starting to stand up for their particular, more enforceable legislative power. Because guess what? Yeah, federal government can say all they want, but the states have to be the ones that are enforcing whatever they're saying. So there's kind of a dichotomy there going on in this country. Thank God we do still allegedly have checks and balances. We'll, and those checks and balances we've seen in Congress are standing up a little bit more against the SEC, with the recent Gensler roast, asking Gensler, who gave you the permission to enforce these types of things? We didn't give you any permission to do this. We are Congress. You are the SEC. There is a hierarchy here. So hopefully that pans out well for the American people, and our actual system, how it's set up right now, is able to protect us from what honestly looks like to be nefarious activity holding us back from, being able to be a part of this new financial system, which totally sucks. And it's not healthy for people in the country, especially when inflation's at, new highs and savings are crumbling. So yeah, it's just an interesting thing to watch out for. I want to look at this bank. I found this thing pretty interesting. You guys think any of these are next? So we lost Signature. This is a bingo card of banks that were exposed. I think this was made actually a little bit of time, like a few months ago. But it's highlighting, crossing off PacWest, Western Alliance in anticipation for Friday on the weekend auction. This is Wall Street Silver, not Wall Street Bets. Wall Street Bets guy, that's an issue. But what would make a bingo? So we would have to...
Wells Fargo and Bank America.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get that.
They always have Wells Fargo's four corners.
That's true, huh?
All right, me and Taco, we did the stupid little bingo. I haven't played bingo ever, really. We did the bingo on the BitBoy cruise.
Yeah.
Such a scam, man. It was such a scam. They made it seem like all these people are going to win. And guys, we're going to be doing lines. We're going to do vertical lines. We're going to do horizontal lines. We're going to do four corners. We're going to have all these opportunities to win. We have multiple cards. Each card, all right, line, we're done.
What?
Four corners, we're done. Yeah, they did like 3 quick winners, done.
What?
Felt scam.
That
you see bingo on a cruise, you feel okay skipping it.
Yeah, you get these like iPads that you could play like 40 games at once. I don't think anyone won on those iPads.
Yeah, so it was like 3 paper to 40 electronics. Yeah,
okay.
All 3 winners were paper.
Okay.
Okay.
And there's no like spinning wheel. It's all just automated on a screen. So it's like, I don't know, it's kind of a little sketchy.
And the winner had a fake mustache and was dressed like the captain.
Listen, same people going to bingo will probably call us in crypto idiots and degenerates while they're sitting there getting done up every week for
plus crypto. We like to gamble.
Plus points in the chat if you know what a wrong bingo is called.
Wrong bingo?
Yeah, when you don't have a bingo but you call out bingo.
Oh,
what's it called in the chat? Hey, hit me up if you guess it, and then you hit me up on Twitter. I'll send you some Pepe. How about that?
Are you a Pepe whale?
Yeah, I got billions, man.
You got billions?
You bought a little off Algorand for no gas.
Mm-hmm,
my God. Well, good to know. I know who I'm hitting up for Christmas this year. Yeah, I mean, and over the weekend, I mean, it's hard to tell. Like right now, my gut is kind of for Bitcoin's price action. I'm trying to look at this thing. We're at 29. Oh, there's Taco looking all sexy and shit. All right, so let's look at this. This is this 1 day. We got the 7 day. It's really it's creeping out of this little cavern it created for itself pretty nicely. Little stair steppers, consolidation, another move up. I know Frankie was watching the level right at about 29.3 is his line of resistance essentially is right here. And Frankie was saying on the live stream this morning, if we break above this, we are set up from a volume gap to actually pump up to this next stage here. which would absolutely be completely nuts in the 32, maybe even up to $36,000 level. I don't feel like that'll happen over the weekend, but what could end up playing out is just a more chop right here, landing us right at that 32 spot before we get rejected back down. Kind of what I feel like. It's hard to believe that we're going to be keeping cooking to 40K, but it was hard for me to believe that we were going to cook from 5K all the way up to 9 or 10K back in 2020 and then come back down. Kind of feels a little bit similar. I mean, what do you think? Are we seeing 30, 31, or are we going back down to 25 at this point, you guys? I mean, this is kind of something.
I really don't even have any Bitcoin opinion because it's so boring compared to the meme coins right now.
That is true.
Like, when Sheeps pop in and Doge is popping, it's like, who wants to talk about Bitcoin's $1,000 move?
Well, and Pepe moved complete. Like Bitcoin was losing value when Pepe started its big pump. Like the whole market was red, and then all of a sudden you have this huge bubble of Pepe come out of nowhere while everything else is red, and he's all smiling.
Bitcoin's a long-term safe bet. I will say this about Bitcoin on Sundays. A lot of times what happens is the direction big money wants it to go is where it moves on a Sunday. So like during a bull market, but we're like in the last couple months of a bull market, like, man, why does it dump every Sunday? Then it climbs up and it climbs up and we're like, yeah, we made it back up to 52. Sunday night, it dumps down to 49.
It really
big
does.
money is getting out. And then Sunday night, there's just no volume to like suck up their giant orders. Now, I'm sure some are more sophisticated and they tighten the faucet a little.
Yeah.
But I feel like the last few Sundays or weekends, haven't the last few weekends been pretty bullish? And I
They
feel like
have.
maybe this is like, I don't know if it's, a lot of people think sovereign money's coming in. I don't know if I buy that narrative. I do think BlackRock and their cronies are buying some. Like, the big money is starting to more and more, the billionaires. The world's richest man, Bernard Arnault, he owns some Bitcoin and NFTs and stuff and some crypto. So I think maybe big money's starting to come back in. And I can see if I had to guess, Drew, a long-winded way of just saying, I think we go up. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't seen the answer yet in the chat. It's called a bongo, guys.
Bongo. And I can say, as Binance opens up their Pepe Bitcoin trading pair, if you're a whale, you're going to lose. You're going to create a wick down if you try to dump a big bag on a Uniswap.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the Binance order books are going to look like. It could be pretty freaking massive where the whales are just going to be dumping their Pepe for Bitcoin.
I also wanted to touch on Bitcoin, the boring Bitcoin chart, but I've been looking at this trend line back from January of 2021.
Yeah.
It touches the bottom on May 21, on June 21. It kind of catches the bottom on May 2022. And then right now we're like hovering right above it with Market Cipher and the DBSI showing bullish.
That's a big moment.
Bullish price action. I mean,
bust out of that.
You got money flow on the positive. You got VWAP heading up. RSIs are heading up.
Like a good trade according to Market Cipher.
Yeah, and it's a 16 bull versus a -5 bear on the DBSI dual band strength index. That was created by Market Cipher and obviously Crypto Face. So I mean, if I was trading Bitcoin right now, and this is on the daily, I would maybe put in a low leverage long.
I mean, I'm in a high leverage long, and I just kind of sent it like
our
a hillbilly.
local, like, what's the 10-minute, 5-minute? Are we at a local bottom? I'll just turbo longer now.
Full send.
No, I should have done it hours ago.
I mean, I got one in at 29.2. That's been going pretty good this morning.
29.2.
Yeah, if I would have seen that at 9 a.m., I would have turbo longed that. I feel like we might have a local small term correction.
But that
kind of see like a little dip.
What I would do, once it gets close to this trend line, the trend line on my chart's around 28,200.
Okay.
I would maybe set a buy order right above it and then a stop loss right below it and see if it holds this support. It's
so
a very long
28,200.
That's where I would probably put go into a long position.
Gotcha. Or 29,200.
28. If it gets to that point.
Okay. So you're looking for a little bit. I mean, but in context, I mean, that's not huge. That's not a huge dip. You know what I mean? We're used to these massive corrections, and kind of my inclination for opening a long trade is, I was like, if I can't lose all my money buying the top of Pepe, I may as well lose my money the other best way I know how to, and that's by leverage trading. So, but it's for some reason gone well this morning. In this time, I'm just trying to build up a bag to get exposure. I want to buy SWI. I keep seeing people asking about it. I do plan on buying SWI. Do plan on reaccumulating ICP, and I still hold my DAG. That thing has corrected like crazy. That's at like 4 cents or something right now. But I have enough DAG. I have enough OP. I really want to get exposure to what was the other one? It was Arbitrum. I need to reaccumulate on Arbitrum because sold my profits for a shot.
I need to up my ETH, man. I'm in too many memes right now.
Yeah,
my ETH to get higher. I might have to swap some ADA.
Dude.
Not that I'm bearish on ETH. It's just disparity of my amount of ADA compared to ETH. I don't like that difference.
What I did is I had like 5 ETH. I've been slowly accumulating, and then I bought a bunch of Yuga NFTs. I bought like the heavy metal box. I bought an other side land.
I want to buy 2,000.
And now I'm at like 0.5 ETH. So trying to build it back up.
Yeah, I don't want to buy ETH at this.
Yeah, me either.
It's spicy. It's expensive.
So I don't want to buy right now.
That's where these meme coins are so attractive. Put in 0.2, turn it into 1 ETH maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I still feel like we're going to see the real pump on the, ICPs, the Arbitrums, the OPs, all those other kind of well-known, altcoins really that have been talked about in this accumulation / bull market.
And we're still over, in my prediction, still got over 2 years
totally
for bull market top.
Totally.
Over 2 years.
Totally.
Not this year, it's not next year.
That's why it's a good way to like reason with yourself, as you're sitting here watching these charts, you're like, God, I missed it. It's already over. You got to keep in context. You have a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. So, that's what I definitely like to keep in mind because I'm going to start scaling out, once I see, 100K Bitcoin, maybe that's 10 years from now, but more than likely it'll probably be in this next cycle. I'm waiting till, my situation drastically changes. That's kind of what I did in the last cycle. More so I played with the real estate market, did about half as much as I did in the real estate market on crypto. So I basically still hold 98% of my crypto that I built from back then, and took profits on real estate because I wanted to let my crypto see 2 cycles before kind of experiencing those gains and put my foot in the ground because being stubborn is something I'm really good at. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, now we're getting into the weekend. I'll probably let this long ride for a little bit. Not going to try to hold this thing to the moon so I can take a snapshot and brag about 2,000% gain on a freaking $50 trade because, that's not that much money, but it's more about the, the excitement of it, staying involved with it. It keeps me sharp. And, as you guys here in the chat, you're watching this show, but while no one else is paying attention, we're focused in on this technology and how it's, technologically developing, trying to move in hand with AI. AI is going to be a huge talking point for the basic public and mainstream media for years on out. I definitely feel like the AI niche is going to be a thing. I have $7 in AGIX so far, basically just a test transaction. I'm going to start moving into AGIX a little bit more and more. And yeah, I mean, I'm just going to try to line up with a little bit ahead of these narratives as they break. Maybe I'll snoop around.
What are your thoughts of its price?
What's that, AGIX?
Yeah, it's down. I bought in at 40. Now it's like down to 30.
30 is kind of right where I wanted to get in. It is where I moved in.
I'm staking some, so I have some rewards. I'm thinking about putting some more ADA into it. So I just swapped over 1,500 ADA into ETH on KuCoin. And right now, got me right under a third of an ETH.
AGIX right at 30 cents, man. That's like... I mean, 30 cents is kind of this. It's the small. Here, I'll move my box out.
Are you using like MinSwap or Sushi Swap to swap into AGIX?
I'm using MinSwap. For Singularity.
So we only have one bounce off the 30-cent mark, which went really well. And we've been slow grinding back down to this 30-cent level. So this 30-cent spot has not been tested more than once. It's only been bounced off of one time. I don't know if it's really reasonable to call that a support. It's a hopeful support level, honestly.
It is a good psychological number.
Yeah.
Always give a lot of credence to psychological numbers.
Yeah. And like how violently it reacted off of this level.
Well, we're not done with AI narratives in the news cycles. So, you know, I think we'll have several AI narratives.
Right.
Like Google's, Bard, and stuff.
Let's see here. And then all time, man, every single coin
Look at that
does
all time.
this.
I don't feel too bad.
Look at this.
Move that bottom thing just off that opening wick.
Let's see here.
Go straight down with your mouse. Straight down.
Okay.
Down, down, down. Right there. That little, you see that little 2 vertical lines? Yeah. Move it off the wick. Boom. A little bit more off that wick. Okay. That's more of what the chart looks like once you take away its very crappy opening.
Actually, you know, right here, it did have some love. Like, I mean, this it acted as a resistance at the end of this for just a hot minute before blasting down into.
It's down 50% from its all-time high not that long ago.
And this point, where's this point? What is it? Because it matters.
Now, I hear some people talk crap about EGIX. Like, what are they actually building? You know, they're too spread out. They got like 5 projects and yada yada. I don't know the tokenomics. I don't know the fundamentals.
Well, I know it's got like one of the most well-known developers in AI, Ben Goertzel.
Well, that guy also comes with some baggage.
Yeah.
Some say he's a kook. Some say he's a genius.
He's
some
both.
say he's done nothing more than that stupid fucking band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like that's very bearish sounding to me. He's got a fucking robot that sings. Excuse my language, but his whole shtick is he has a very shitty robot that sings poorly.
I'm talking Sophia. Is that the one?
I think so. I saw her live.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's got an interesting take. He wants, you know, he believes AI is going to be used for good. I'm hopeful that it can, but I have no faith in humans, so I don't believe that's true.
Of course,
I would love to be proved wrong.
It's like hammers. Some will be used for good. Some will be used in a Chinese subway.
That's true. That's very true. Well, you know,
to fix it, guys.
As we've seen. Oh, and on the note of
subways, are we going to talk about that story?
No.
No. Okay.
I'm just going to leave it with
bouncers.
This.
We put people in the sleeper hold all the time.
Yeah.
Got strong opinion.
Yeah.
Actually, I haven't even talked to him. I don't know.
Okay.
No,
we gotta get into this. I'm curious now.
Well, there's that story. It's going viral. There's a Marine. He put a guy who's been arrested over 40 times. He put him in a chokehold. He was being a menace on a subway. Some are saying, you know, there's a wrinkle in the story is there's maybe race could be at play. I don't know if that's the case. It was a white male put a black male in a chokehold. Then a Hispanic, and I think maybe Hispanic or a black male also helped hold him down. So, you know, that also adds another wrinkle to the story. The guy, while he had him in the chokehold, was calling for the other passengers, call the police, call 911. He wanted police to be at the next stop. They weren't there. They weren't at the stop after that. I think he held them for 20 minutes.
Whoa.
They weren't at any of the stops.
That's exhausting. Hold someone for 20 minutes.
Yeah. Did it kill him? Probably. You know, but do I think that he should have initiated that? Yes. Should he maybe have not held it for 20 minutes? Yes. It is a complicated story, though. I will say this. He, you know, as a large man, and you two can relate to this, there are times where someone is being a menace. I'm 6'3" and used to be about 210 pounds of muscle. Now, not so much since my injury. Taco, 6'3", 240 pounds of muscle. Drew, 6'6", you know, 250 pounds. A lot of muscle. People look at you to step up and do something.
Yeah.
And you feel obligated. And no one else, and there's been plenty of times I have had to step up and get physical. And I've been thanked by the cops. I've been thanked by victims. And so it's a tough situation when you're a large person in this situation. You have responsibility.
It's true. It's very true. That's a great point to bring up, man. You know, we have to lead from a position of strength, you know, and you have to do the right thing. Like, I don't know if, you know, because when I was in training, you know, grabbing the neck, holding the neck, that's can be considered a move on the life. So, you know, kind of the tactics I was shown were away from, you know, actually constricting the neck.
Yeah, you let them breathe.
Yeah.
Very poorly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and also you got to avoid, you know, the knees on the back, just dropping their lungs into the ground and stuff like that. So, I mean, I've seen both sides of the equation with, you know, people that have been, you know, against, you know, instances where, you know, there was a little bit of overly used brutality. And I have acknowledged those, but then there's other instances where basically if you every time you pull someone over and they pull out their phone and just start screaming at you and freaking out and becoming a danger to society, things are going to go wrong either way. So maybe just try to treat each other with a little bit more respect, a little bit more candor, a little bit more room to breathe. You might be a lot happier in the end, and don't get wrapped up.
We don't know the toxicology.
Right.
You know, it could be like a Floyd situation where there's lethal levels of fentanyl, which then adds another wrinkle to the story.
Just the fentanyl thing. Like
he had enough to kill 3 men.
Yeah,
was it? Or 6?
Yeah,
3 to 6 men.
Well, now they're mixing with horse tranquilizer. So The Walking Dead is becoming realer and realer.
Yeah, you ever see the videos
in San Francisco
where the guys are like driving by the side of the road and the people are like hunched over, like they're just floating there
this
sleeping.
This is the guy cooking my food, and they're like,
oh, the guy at Burger King.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm from a town. There's a lot of heroin usage. It's not. Yeah, drugs can ruin a community.
Don't move.
And
to
apparently
Toronto.
Nowadays it's harder to get heroin. It's easier to get fentanyl.
Speaking of drugs being bad for you, I'm going to end on this note. CDC Director Rochelle Walensky is stepping down from the agency of the CDC. She began her role beginning to roll out I'm not even going to say that, jabs for flu season. So rest in pieces, and I hope you deserve everything that's coming to you. So nice to see her have to leave about 2 years too late for me to really feel like anything's been done to stand up for the humanity in general. People do really weird things when they're able to cover their faces for years on end and dehumanize each other. So be open and accepting to your neighbors, even if they have a different opinion, even if people are polarized one side or the other, be it crypto, Twitter, wherever it is. If they have different opinions, hear them out. Be reasonable, be logical, be loving. What you got? What did someone get you?
They're calling him a manlet next to S3.
A manlet? Oh, who's a manlet? Oh, let me see. I got to find the...
Look, he's the average American male height.
Oh, God damn it. Well, thank you for joining us, you guys. And make sure to follow us. I changed my Twitter handle to Druth Crypto. Got some things cooking in the kitchen. Got some concoctions brewing
Let
up.
him cook.
Yeah, I'm a hit cook. So, keep an eye out for that. Follow everyone here. I'll pull it up again one more time. Taco's getting rowdy on NFT Alpha. Make sure to go check out his new video.
NFT Alpha taught you how to buy SNCC 2 videos ago. The next one might be free Pepe.
Maybe.
Or free gas. No
Maybe
gas
Pepe on Algo.
Pepe
yeah,
on
let me know
Algo.
if you guys want to see that video.
Pepe on Algo.
Be like a 2-3 minute video, really quick, really easy actually.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll drop that in the into the description later. Thank you everyone for joining us up in the attic. We got Deadwood still working on trying to find a range day time, but I keep seeing your comment and it needs to happen. Play 2JZ, Andreas T. We got Derelict V, or I think Derelict TV maybe. Bailey Miller, Cryptos, Ver Hofty Fluffin, and down in the basement, Big Hands Dan. What's up, man? Pooh and 78 the Div, Dave Digital. Miami Alpha, Radio Face Crypto, Razmataz. Keep those images coming, baby. Absolutely love them. Until next time, keep your nose to the grindstone and take care.